Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a sky not blue but red, winds howling across endless deserts, temperatures colder than Antarctica, a place where a single breath without protection means instant death. And yet, this very place might become our next home. For centuries, Mars was nothing more than a distant red dot in the night sky, a symbol of mystery and war. Ancient civilizations looked up and named it after their gods, never imagining that one day humans would dare to step foot there. But now, in our time, we stand on the edge of history. We are closer than ever to sending people to a planet that has never known life as we do, and the question is not only when we will go, but how we will survive once we get there. The journey begins long before anyone takes a step on that red soil. You see, surviving on Mars is not just about bravery. It is about solving thousands of problems that could kill a human in seconds. The air, the water, the food, the radiation, all of it is hostile, but human history has always been about doing the impossible, and this might be our greatest test. The first challenge is the thin atmosphere. Mars air is mostly carbon dioxide, useless for human lungs. If an astronaut removed their helmet, they wouldn't even gasp. They would simply black out within seconds. The pressure is so low that your blood would boil at body temperature. Survival here means carrying your own air everywhere you go, sealed in a habitat that keeps the pressure steady, or inside a suit that protects every inch of skin. Just think about that, a single tear in your suit, a crack in the glass of your helmet. And it's all over. Every breath on Mars will be borrowed time. Then there's the cold. Mars may look like a desert, but it is frozen. Temperatures often drop below -100 degrees Celsius at night. It's colder than the iciest winter you can imagine on Earth. To survive, humans will have to live in shelters warmed by nuclear power or energy captured from the sun. But what happens when dust storms arrive? Because on Mars, storms can last not for hours, but for months. Entire seasons can be swallowed in a red haze blocking out the sun. Imagine being trapped inside a habitat, the outside world buried in choking dust, solar panels useless, waiting in silence, hoping the storm ends before your supplies do. Water is life, and without it, no survival is possible. On Mars, liquid water doesn't exist on the surface. It evaporates instantly in the thin atmosphere. But beneath the soil, frozen water lies hidden in massive reserves. The first humans will dig, drill, and melt this ice. Machines will transform it into drinkable water, and from this water, through chemistry, oxygen can be created. That oxygen will not only be for breathing, but also for rocket fuel, because survival on Mars is not only about living there, it is about finding a way to return. Every drop of water, every molecule of oxygen is survival itself. But what about food? A human cannot survive on rations forever. The first missions may carry months of packaged meals, but for a colony to thrive, humans must grow their own food on Mars, and this is where history turns poetic. Plants, tiny seeds from Earth, will be the first living things to root themselves in Martian soil. But wait, that soil is toxic. It contains chemicals called perchlorates that can poison humans. To grow food, astronauts will have to clean the soil or bring artificial soil from Earth. They will create greenhouses, sealed bubbles of life, where plants grow under artificial light, fed by recycled water and carefully controlled air. These will be the first gardens in the history of another world. Imagine biting into the first potato grown on Mars. That moment will be more than just eating. It will be proof that humans have learned to bend another planet to their will. Yet survival is not just about food and water. The greatest enemy on Mars may be invisible: radiation. Unlike Earth, Mars has no thick atmosphere, no magnetic field to shield it from cosmic rays and deadly solar storms. On Mars, radiation rains down every day. Over months, It can damage DNA, cause cancer, or kill. To survive, humans may live underground, inside caves, or in habitats buried beneath layers of Martian soil. The surface may look empty, but beneath it, life could endure. Just imagine the silence. Humans living like pioneers, hidden under the ground of a dead planet, while outside stretches an endless wasteland of rock and dust. But survival is not only physical, it is also emotional. Think of the loneliness. The first humans on Mars will be more isolated than anyone in history. Earth will be a pale blue dot in the sky, tens of millions of kilometers away. A message sent to loved ones on Earth will take up to 20 minutes to arrive, and another 20 for the reply. No phone calls, no quick conversations, just silence and delay. Imagine celebrating your birthday knowing the Earthlings you love cannot speak to you in real time. Imagine looking out a window at a horizon where no life has ever walked before, and realizing you are truly alone. This psychological challenge may be as deadly as hunger or cold. To survive, humans will not only need technology, but courage, hope, and the strength to keep believing. The first settlement will be small, maybe just a few astronauts living inside inflatable modules connected like veins of a fragile organism. Every system will depend on another: air filters, water recyclers, energy generators. If one fails, all could die. It will not be like the cities we know. It will be more like a lifeboat, fragile, temporary, but determined. Every screw, every bolt, every wire will matter, and every day survival will feel like a victory. And yet, history tells us this: humans adapt. We survived ice ages, deserts, plagues, and wars. We built ships and crossed oceans, not knowing if land lay ahead. We climbed mountains and dived into oceans. Every impossible challenge became our next triumph. So too will Mars. Slowly, the settlement will grow. The first humans will teach the next. Habitats will expand. More seeds will be planted. Robots will build while humans explore. One day, a child may be born on Mars. That child will never breathe Earth's air, never feel Earth's gravity, never know what it is to run beneath a blue sky. For them, Mars will not be survival, it will be home. And that moment will change history forever, but survival will always demand respect, because Mars is not Earth. It will not forgive mistakes. Every moment there, humans will live in balance with a world that does not want them. And yet, maybe that is what will keep us alive. The knowledge that survival is not guaranteed. When future generations look back, they will see this moment as the start of a new chapter. Just as our ancestors once lit the first fire in a cave, the first humans will light a flame on Mars. It will be fragile, flickering, struggling against the darkness, but it will be enough. Enough to prove that humans are not bound to one world. Enough to show that even in the most hostile places, life finds a way. So when you look at the night sky and you see that red star shining, remember, one day humans will stand there, breathing air they made themselves, eating food they grew with their own hands, living in shelters they built with sweat and hope. They will tell stories of storms that lasted months, of gardens in the dust, of water carved from ice. And those stories will not be of survival alone. They will be the story of how humans became more than Earthlings. How we became children of two worlds, and maybe, just maybe, Mars will teach us something we forgot on Earth, that life is fragile, that survival depends on working together, that every breath is precious, and that even in the coldest deserts of the universe, hope can bloom. This is how the first humans will survive on Mars, and this is how we will begin again.